wild night, man. Here we go. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this now Thursday morning. The KFTV morning show is back. Another 1 a.m. special. But we got a lot to talk about today because the Knicks were in Portland taking on the Portland Trail Blazers as the West Coast trip continued. Fireworks coming into this one as Mikal Bridges calls out his coach and gives a big W to the Minutes Police. And going into this one, you would expect the Knicks to handle business early against one of the worst teams in the NBA, but the Knicks would be in it for a dogfight for 48 minutes plus overtime after a calamity of errors, late game fumbling and bumbling. These two teams are going to overtime. But as we said, man, Mikal Bridges set it off, and it was only right that Mikal Bridges finishes the game in style, man. The Knicks win off of a Mikal Bridges miracle three-pointer, 114-113. We got a lot to discuss tonight, man. Call us up on the KFTV Discord. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Subscribe to the channel, man, because it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. Lock in, man. We back for another late night show. This is becoming the norm. But let's talk about it, man. Wow. Unbelievable, bro.
Unbelievable.
Are you not entertained, man? Are you not entertained?
In the words of Shaquille O'Neal, I was unfamiliar with their game, Mikal. But hey, if anything happened tonight, CP, Mikal Bridges earned more minutes from Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, right. He just earned himself some more minutes. I mean, he tried his best to get himself some rest by picking up foul trouble. But listen, let me tell y'all something, man. As I'm watching this game unfold, and give credit to the Blazers, man. They scrapped. They were a scrappy team. They're very, very physical with the Knicks tonight. Very athletic and gave the Knicks a lot of trouble. But let me tell you something, bro. From just with the backdrop of the storyline with Bridges coming into this, no one does narratives and storylines better than the New York Knicks. I'm watching this game and watching him kill the entire game. He had a monster night, 33 points, 13 of 21 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, 4 rebounds, 4 steals in 41 minutes. As the fourth quarter is coming to a close, I said, Mikal Bridges is going to end this thing. And they didn't get it done in the regulation. But once that overtime, that with 3.4 left, I said, this is the only way that this game could end. The only way that this game could end was with Mikal Bridges because of the backdrop of everything that happened today, man. Great job by him. He was sensational tonight in leading his team again without the captain. And with the mid-range was on the money. The snake dribbles, and killing the drop coverage with Klingham and Chauncey Billups. The snake dribbles on the money and getting to the free throw line. 6 more free throw attempts tonight. And capping it off with the three-pointer, man. Great night for him, bro. Well deserved.
Great night for Mikal Bridges. And look, even you didn't even mention like in the last frame, like the last 2 frames, right? Because in overtime, Denny Avdia gets the layup on Mikal Bridges hitting the deck. And so you're like, oh man, we need your defense right there. We need somebody in front of Denny. And next thing you know, you get the handoff from Josh Hart, drill the 3 in front of Klingham, man. You had Klingham's hand right there. That could have been a block, but he just drills it, man. And where's been this game this entire season, CP? We see this guy fade away and all this other stuff, and we know he could put up 40 points. But this, by far, looks like the guy that we were promised in the trade, man. This is the guy that was promised when you traded 5 picks to get him here. And you say, we need another initiator. We need another playmaker. We need another guy who can just drill shots when need be. That was him tonight. And all on the backdrop, as you talk about, complaining about saying, hey, we're playing too many minutes. Give the bench more run. I need a little bit more rest. Bro, you don't need it. You don't need rest. You just need confidence and energy. You don't need any rest. You're good. 41 minutes is nothing for you. You're doing everything you need to do for this team right now. Mikal Bridges was just absolutely on one tonight, and you gotta love everything about it, man. Absolutely everything about it.
It's like I said, this is just one of those like Knicks stories, man. No one does storylines in the NBA like the New York Knicks, and look, with him, I've been saying it all year that you see the usage and the role change when the Knicks are down, either Brunson or Towns or Hart. It just changes for him, whether that's Tibbs adjusting or Mikal adjusting to a new role and knowing that he's got to be more aggressive and provide more offense for the team. This is the guy you traded the 5 picks for. This is the guy you traded the 5 picks for, no question about it. If this is a guy that shows up for you every night, you have no problem trading the 5 picks. The problem is sometimes, look, this team has a lot of other issues, but sometimes less is more in a certain way. Miami had the same problem trying to figure out LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. You had Chris Bosh, a monster, coming in. Somebody had to sacrifice for the betterment of the team. Everybody's not going to be playing like an all-star every night. It's just not going to work that way. So it's on a lot of people, man. Obviously with Bridges today, I think his comments spoke to his frustration with the role, also his frustration with the offense. And so he's got to get adjusted. It's going to be on Tibbs to find the optimal rotations, the optimal situations to get him involved. And once the captain comes back, it's going to be on the captain as well to help get him involved because he commands a lot of the usage. And yes, that's our guy. That's a superstar, and rightfully so. He's our all-star, so he's got to take us home. But with Bridges taking on the hardest defensive assignments and, logging the most mileage, the most minutes, it's imperative upon all 3 of those parties to make sure that he gets involved, and probably, maybe for him, early in the game so that he stays activated. But it's a lot of mouths to feed when you factor in Brunson, Towns, Hart, gets his offense his own way. The dog gets it his own way. It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Absolutely, man. It's a lot for this team to handle in so many different aspects, as you just mentioned. And I think the biggest cure for that is just putting Bridges with the second unit. I think that's the best way to allow him. I said on Twitter not too long ago, he gets the Grimes treatment where it's like prior to Brunson going down, it's him not asserting himself enough and Tibbs not creating opportunities for Bridges so that way he can get involved and activated in this offense. And then part of the RJ role, RJ would get that free run with the second unit. Now, with the second unit, they do, the Karl-Anthony Towns thing. Maybe it's Bridges, man, because Cat is an efficient scorer. He doesn't need to be that guy that has to be on ball and create his own shots. You see from tonight and other nights that Bridges needs the rock in his hands so that way he can feel loose. He can feel comfortable, right? He can just get going. There's just some guys like that who can't just be, tucked away in the corner and be like, all right, on the limited touches that you get, you're going to be fine. Some guys just need to just feel the rock, just get into a groove, get their shimmy on, and then get activated. And so I think that's imperative for Tibbs to just say, you know what? I think the change right now, when Brunson gets back, instead of constantly going with Cat, we're going to go with Bridges. We're going to allow him to just run the second unit and run it through him because he clearly can do it. He just needs the confidence, and the confidence may just be let's get the ball to him more often, and what opportunity is best for him to do that than to run with the second unit. I think that's the big change when Brunson gets back. But as of right now, it's all hands on deck, and you're seeing that Bridges is more than comfortable over these last couple of games. Even in the loss to the Clippers, man, he looks just fine
looks way better,
handling the rock and being a playmaker.
He looks way better. So, there's an adjustment there that's going to have to be made. A lot of times it's been, as of late, it's been like Towns and Hart kind of running with that unit when it's Deuce, it's Payne, Precious, but you'll have like a little more Mitch. So, is that a wrinkle that he's saving for the playoffs? Who knows? But clearly he needs his own lane, just like you said with RJ. RJ had that struggle trying to find his fit between Brunson and Randall, right? Then he goes to Toronto, and he's just fine, right? Just doing his RJ thing with the ball in his hand. So they've got to figure it out. But this is the guy that they traded for. He still got it. He has it in him. Like we said, we know it's in there. It just had to come out. And, he just looked fantastic, man. Snapping the nets tonight. He looked really good. And, yeah, happy for him, man. Great job by Mikal Bridges tonight, man. 33 points for the Knicks. 13 of 21 shooting from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, 4 rebounds, 4 dimes, 1 steal, and 1 block. 41 minutes for the guy who says, I'm playing too many minutes.
You just earned more minutes, my man.
You just earned more minutes, buddy.
Tibbs is like, hey, whoa. You ain't sitting down anymore. No more. No more. Frank Isola just won a battle today, man. Because you see him going against Knicks Twitter right now. Like, what are we talking about all these minutes, man? Just go out there and play.
You is he back tonight?
48,
is Frank back
minutes
tonight?
Yet.
Is he going crazy again right now? He's got to be up early.
Checked.
Okay, he's probably not because him and Scal go on early. They go on at 7 o'clock. So, but either way,
you know he's going to be revved up. You know Isola's going to be revved up after this one. He's going to watch this thing back.
Yeah.
I win.
114 and 113 overtime victory. I'm just in my phone because I got, we got to call the Rose Garden, the Motor Center, MSG West, because Knicks Nation was in there heavy. So shout out to my guys. I'm getting content from the Knick bench, close to the Knick bench of the Mikal Bridges final play. So we're going to post that up on socials and share that on the live stream as well.
Let's go.
Post. So just sending something to Tyler here. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. So that was Bridges' night. Call us up in the KFTV Discord. We out here late night. I had to pour up a drink, man. That was a cardiac Nick affair on a Thursday morning, and that was wild, man. Who else? Who we want to go to next, man? Who you want to talk about next on this team, man? You want to go Towns? You want to go the Dog? I thought the Dog had a great game tonight, man.
Dog had an excellent game tonight, man.
There were definitely moments in this game where they had to go to the Dog to kind of calm things down because the 40 lead changes in this game, Al. The most in the NBA. It was a very entertaining game. I know fans want to say we should have put this team away early, but I thought it was a very entertaining game. Blazers were tough, physical, very athletic. Denny Avdija stepped his game up tremendously, bro. He was bullying Knicks tonight. An absolute bully in the paint. They had a lot of problems with these guys, bro.
Dude, the Trailblazers, I know that you can look back at the score for a lot of these Trailblazer games and be like, it looks like they're a bad team. But if you actually tune into some of these games for like 3.5 quarters, these guys will fight.
Yeah,
these guys are playing actually really good basketball for a young team. You don't have DeAndre Ayton out there anymore. You got Klingon, who's a way better center than what Ayton could provide.
Yeah.
And this team is just playing at a high level right now. Chauncey's got them competing on a night-to-night basis. This is not a team that's just a pushover anymore. You got to go in there and you got to come correct for 48 minutes. I mean, this is the same team, by the way, that took the Cavs into double OT. All right? Knicks have had troubles playing against the Cavs. The Portland Trailblazers took them into double OT. So this is no surprise that these guys woke up, were ready to compete against another top team in the East. So this is no slouch of a team really when it comes to how hard they play on a night-to-night basis. But OG was playing tough. You got some good defensive stops out of him. You got some key shots over there. I mean, Cat though, man. 2 big threes back to back in the fourth quarter. I was about to start complaining, be like, are we gonna draw up some plays for Cat? Because this man just drilled 2 major threes. But when you have somebody like Bridges just constantly going off, Cat's just giving you an efficient scoring man. And maybe because he doesn't need to create his own shot like that, he's more of a guy that's just set up. Maybe you give a lot more touches to Bridges that way when they're out on the floor, because it just seems like Cat's okay whenever he gets a touch because he's just an efficient scorer, man. He's a guy that's just ready to go like 9 out of 10 times when it comes to putting the ball in the hoop.
Yeah. And he had some good defense down the stretch, too. He had a good defensive sequence on Klingham that ultimately led to a Blazers shot clock violation. So good job.
He had a good shot block on Denny Avdija, man.
Had a good shot block on Avdija. So good job by the big bodega really hanging in there on the defensive end. And then, as you said, man, back-to-back threes in that fourth quarter when you thought the Knicks were kind of taking things and taking the game. But, again, give credit to the Blazers. They they scrapped and hung in there. And, the late game situations doomed the Knicks again because you had the Josh Hart get called for the travel late in that game. And that turnover led to Avdia getting to the free throw line, making his 2 before you had the Mikal Bridges 3-pointer, man. Cardiac affair all over again, bro. Absolute cardiac affair, bro.
We got the squad in here, man. We got CK2K in here.
CK.
Mikal Bridges. That's his guy right now. He's the president of the Bridges Hive. Shout out to you, CK, for doing a phenomenal job on post game. My man was hyped as soon as
was rocking,
Bridges hit that
we
3.
We had 1,000 people in post game, man. We got 2,200 right now.
1,600 to be exact. Yeah, 1,600 tuning in.
1,600 on the post game check in, man. Salute, man. Salute.
And then we got the other play-by-play host. We got JD Sports talking here. He's saying, hey, watch out. He just, he wanted to send a message, say, watch out for you. It is 1:30 in the morning. You got to make sure the 40-year-old is capable of staying awake for this one.
Bro, let me tell you something. I saw overtime. I put out on Twitter. I said, another 1 o'clock game. I think we started at 1 o'clock 3 nights in a row now, bro. Definitely, that Clipper game was 10:30, wasn't it? So that was an easy 1 o'clock game. And I didn't go to sleep.
That felt like 2 o'clock because I think we went to bed at I went to bed at like 2:30.
I went to bed at like 3. Yeah, I've been averaging like 3. Yeah. But I'm like Mikal Bridges. I don't complain about the minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't complain about the minutes. I'm 40. I got gray hairs coming out of everywhere. Hey, man, nothing the Scotch can't. Scotch just takes away the pain, man. Sleep in the morning, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So you mean you're more like a Josh Hart, right? Because Josh Hart is more than happy to play all the minutes in the world.
My girl didn't like the gray hair comment. It's all wisdom. It's all wisdom. Anyway, man, let me shout out some of the super chats. Call us up in the KFTV Discord. Rapid fire tonight. Shout out to David Cannon, Al. $20 super chat franchise channel member says big W for my Knicks. Salute to Bridges for the game winner. All around team effort. Salute to KFTV crew and fam. Hashtag grit and grind. Let's go Knicks. Shout out to David Cannon. Nate Lopez, $20 super chat franchise channel member says gotta be up for work at 5. But this was definitely worth it. Let's go Knicks. Yeah, man, 40 lead changes in this one. 40 lead changes. I was quite entertained, man. Quite entertained.
Oh, it was a hell of a game, man. Hell of a game to watch. I mean, First of all, for a guy who was stinking up the joint last year, Scoot is has certainly changed his game around, man. Yeah. That man is a demon.
Yeah, he was. I was most impressed with Danny Avdia, man. I mean, he was bullying, bro. How many free throw attempts did he get in this game? Because he was at the line. 11. 27 points and 15 boards for Denny Avdia tonight. I was very impressed with him tonight, man. 4 of 8 from downtown. Remember the draft knock on him was that he was working on a shooting form. He couldn't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's taking spot-up threes in crunch time. Shaden Sharp had his moment in the sun, 21 points. And I thought, I thought Deuce played good defense. OG, I thought the Knicks were doing well defensively. Yes, they had a couple of leak outs. The transition defense had a couple of spots where, in the fourth quarter in crunch time, they did give Avdia, open lanes to the cup, getting a layup, and then he hit the 3. So there were a couple spotty parts defensively, but by and large, I thought that defense was fairly solid tonight.
Yeah, it was tough, man. I mean, this was just. From the jump, it was a tough-fought game. Everyone was playing top-notch defense. It was a hard game to really score to get going. I mean, you look at that first quarter. Knicks had 26. Portland had 21. No, outside of just the third quarter where Portland put up 31 points, no one was really putting up 30 easily in this game, as we've seen, as we've become accustomed based on the Knicks defense or just this Knicks team that's capable of scoring in high volume. This was a hard-fought battle, man. There was defense that was played. Every bucket was earned. I mean, they were just allowing they weren't making a lot of calls to begin this game.
Oh, yeah.
It was very difficult. They started getting a little ticky-tacky towards the end. I thought the one on Scoot by Mitchell Robinson to end the game where he knocks down the 2 free throws to tie it up. I was like, this game was pretty physical. You're going to call that? That was marginal contact, as I think Breen said on the telecast. But, look, this game you had to fight for every single point. Every single point. How
about the play where I think it was Towns or somebody shot the 3, then it didn't hit the rim, and Hart gets the ball, and the referee stopped the play? I
Yes.
would have been tight, man. I would have been tight.
Yo.
It looked like the Zebra had some, had some shady dealings under the table or something. Like, if I was a Portland fan, I would have been tight. But I was
You
a
know what
Knicks fan.
happened,
I was very
CP?
happy about that. We got a free timeout.
You know what happened? I heard the ref had, he was using the promo code KFTV to get his underdog
He
swag
was
on.
getting his underdog
He
on,
wanted to
man.
get up to $1,000 in instant bonus cash and a free pick.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he made that call.
I think so, man. Use the code KFTV for up to $1,000 plus a free pick. So that was an interesting spot in the game. Gave the Knicks some extra time to get their thoughts together. And yeah, Portland fans were not too pleased. Okay, let's read some more Super Chats. Shout out to Anthony Donnie. Says, family show them picks. Okay, so he's Team Mikal Bridges. He's letting us know. That is why you traded for the guy. Kareem Austin Rosales, franchise channel member, $10 Super Chat, says, Stadium report, Tibbs is in trouble if we lose this game. Crazy calls. Bridges out here earning his contract. Hopefully he keeps his confidence up. Great win for team morale. Well, this is what the people are talking about, with the captain out, that these could be, team builders, confidence builders, and hopefully chemistry builders while they await his return, especially Mikal Bridges, man. Especially Mikal Bridges. So that's an interesting take there. Salute to Kareem. He was there with his KFTV gear, repping. And salute to all the Road Warriors, man, out west. There's a big crowd out there out west, man.
Look, when you talk about chemistry for this team, I mean, before even this game, before even hearing what Tibbs had to say, you thought it was on the brink because you have that Mikal Bridges report. Shout out to Stephen Bondi for writing the article on it, and you see how he's tired of playing so many minutes. You're like, oof, that's kind of the culture of what Tibbs is, man. None of the guys really complained last year about it, and now you have somebody who you traded all these assets to get. And so it's different. I said it's different than Quentin Grimes. It's different than Cam Reddish voicing their opinions and how they feel about the coach. When you trade that many assets to bring somebody in, that weight of the comment carries even more, because now if you're the front office, you got to think, we just traded a lot of assets for this guy. We got to make sure that he's happy. We can't just have 1 year, he's out, right? So all eyes on Tibbs at this point, and for him to refute what Bridges said, saying, "Oh, we had a conversation about playing the bench more," and he's like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna play the top wings based on who's out there. If it's Tatum, LeBron," which I think that comment was a little like, "You're not playing LeBron and Tatum every single night." But
Right.
look, the fact that you're saying you're gonna play your wings against the best players for the most minutes, like that's his thought process, and saying, "I don't really care about if you want a break or not, man. I'm here to win games."
Yeah.
We had to see how it all played out. And even when you're watching this game, you see Tibbs calling plays for Bridges. They're communicating, man.
Yeah.
You see Bridges talking to Tibbs at the sideline. So I was interested to see what that chemistry was going to look like tonight. And it seems like the chemistry is just fine, man.
Yeah.
It seems like it's just guys, airing their grievances and looking to create some open communication on, what the issue is.
Yeah, they'll be all right, man. And JC on the telecast, Jamal Crawford, friend of the program, he said one thing he did say was that he probably should have kept it in-house. That was one question I was asking. Some fans were saying, should he have aired it out? Should he not have aired it out? I don't really have a dog in the fight. I can't really complain about it. Should he? I didn't think it was that big of a deal to air it out, but either way, man, we're going to hear from Mikal Bridges after this game. Shout out to Jamal Crawford. Bro, did you hear Mike Breen? They said Mike Breen almost said it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty on the telecast, bro.
I did see that. He said it wasn't pretty. I was like,
and then he stopped himself. He stopped. Yo, Breen, man, come on, man, let it out, man. Shout us out, man. Worst take, man. Wasn't pretty, was gritty, man.
First of all, he's like, look, I'm saying Captain Clutch. I can't be using all the lingo, man. I can't be using all the KFTV lingo.
Just let it out. It's okay to acknowledge us, man. It's okay to acknowledge the number one show for the fans, by the fans, man. It's all love, But it's all good, man. It's all good. All right, let's get to the phones, Al. Rapid fire. We go into the members' lounge first. Zach out on the West Coast. Zach, go ahead and unmute your mic.
What's up, guys? How you doing tonight?
Great, considering they won in overtime. Man. Tired, but great.
Well, yeah. What an interesting win, right?
Yeah,
those two shots from Towns looked like we had it in the bag, and then Henderson comes back with that bank three. And, we kind of put ourselves in a bit of a hole right there after that. And then Bridges coming up big, obviously, in OT.
Yeah.
was a nice time to see. And I mean, after what he said, he had to come up pretty big tonight. I mean, in-house, not in-house, I think it's indifferent, but he had to show his worth tonight.
Yeah, he did. He did. Again, not surprised, man, because you see the aggressiveness when Brunson's not here, and we've seen it over the course of the season. Like when those guys go down, the other top three guys in usage, he steps his game up.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, OG, Towns, and Bridges, really set the tone tonight. It was a very welcome sight to see. Um, I think that also that deuce three in overtime to put it up 111-110 was a big shot for him. I mean, because he had a very up and down game tonight, but that was a big shot for Deuce as well.
Yeah, big time, big time. Shout out to Deuce, 11 points, 5 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks for Deuce. Man in the point guard role, 4-12 from the field. But as you said, man, the dog. I really liked OG's game tonight. 23 points, 7 rebounds, 8 of 20 from the field, 3 of 8 from downtown. They were able to find him in some mismatches. He was getting to it in the post. He was getting to the free throw line, 6 attempts for OG. And then, knocking down his threes as well. Only 3 for 8. He came in shooting 38% in his last 5. But even still, I was confident in OG's game tonight, man. I like how he played.
Definitely. The only one thing I have to say, though, is with the speed of Portland, the way they played, it put a damper on Mitch. You could see he was lagging out there at some points. And then when he almost got hurt, when he came up limping after going to the ground, that was a little scary.
Yeah, I thought first half, I thought he was pretty solid in the first half. 3 points, 4 boards for Mitch, 2 steals, 2 blocks. But, yeah, as you said, Portland, they have some speed, man. They have good speed, good athleticism. So,
yeah,
that got a little bit tricky.
Chauncey's pushing them. Chauncey's definitely pushing that team.
Yeah, Chauncey's trying to win, man. I'm sure he's tired of all the losing, and that comes with a young team. And this is a team where, you're not getting any free agents. So your best path is through a draft pick who can turn your franchise around or bundling up the picks and making a trade. So I'm sure he's getting a little bit impatient with the build right now.
For sure. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, big win for the Knicks.
Big win.
Give 2 days off before they go out to San Francisco and put something in the face of Draymond, because I'm really hoping for that.
Revenge. Absolutely, man. Appreciate the call, Zach. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Anthony, go ahead, Anthony. Rapid fire. Let's go.
Yo, fellas, how y'all doing, man?
Great, man. Good. How you feeling, man?
Yo, I'm good, brother. Christmas Bridges back in effect.
Christmas Bridges back in effect. That mid-range was on fire tonight, man.
Bro, he needs the ball, bro. Yeah. I mean, he just needs to be more involved. Alex said it earlier, sitting in that corner with limited touches doesn't benefit him and his capabilities,
Right.
Tough win, man. Hard fought win, a bit sloppy at times, but it happens, when you have 2 teams really getting after it. I love the fact that we didn't let the lack of our shot making dictate our ball and player movement, as well as our defensive intensity. I thought OG, man, again, was great on both ends of the floor, bro, especially from that triple threat position.
Yeah.
He's just really improved, bro. He didn't have that last year. He didn't have that as clean as it looks now. He didn't have that last year. But Cat was awesome defensively in the stretch of that OT. You love to see that.
Definitely.
All in all, bro, great win. Let's keep building those good fundamental habits, and let's keep it moving, man. On to the next, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the
Shout
call,
out. Absolutely, man. Shout out to you guys, and God bless, man.
Yes, sir. Likewise, Anthony. Appreciate the call, man. Call back anytime.
You already know, guys.
Salute to our franchise channel members. We are starting with the channel members. Remember, that is the benefit that you get with the channel memberships, especially on the Discord, is late night. The channel members get to skip the line because we got about 10 or so people on the line right now, a mix between non-members and members. So the members are getting the priority. And so if you guys are channel members out there, make sure that you click on the Members Lounge in the Discord. If you click on the Members Lounge in the Discord and you're a member and it's still locked, that means you have not connected your YouTube account in the Discord. And so you're going to need to do that. I've left instructions in the community tab of the YouTube channel, of the KnicksFanTV YouTube channel, in the members section for you guys to connect your account. So make sure that you guys are doing that. All right, John Shin, you up next, man. How you feeling, bro?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Good, man. How you feeling?
This is probably the worst win that the Knicks have had this year. I mean, overtime, back and forth. This is not the team that you want to do this with. Lakers, Clippers, prior, okay, but this, come on, guys. We lost to the Celtics. We lost to the Cavaliers. We're trying to win a championship this year, and I don't know, like, if Mikal didn't hit that shot, how would we all be reacting right now, right?
I mean, honestly, like, it would be hard because I would have to do this show with all the losing and all the the Bridges storylines. But honestly, man, listen, man, they're locked into the 3 seed. It would have been frustrating, but I'll say this, like, and this is typically the case with a lot of teams, man. As you get deeper and deeper into the West Coast trips, the games get harder and harder to win. They went into Portland. They went up against a young, scrappy team fighting for their life, and they got into a dogfight. I'm not mad at it, man. I was very entertained with this game. I was, from a basketball fan standpoint.
For sure. I know it's rapid fire.
Yeah.
If Jalen was in this game, I have a feeling that I think Knicks fans would all have a feeling we would have won this game handedly. A clutch shot, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. That's fair.
Mikal came in, and we all know what happened with the article that came out.
Mm-hmm.
We're all aware of it. I'm so happy that at the end of the day, he was the person that put the dagger in to win the game. Maybe this is. I'm trying to put a bright light into this.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, great, we won the game, but whatever. How can we integrate this guy? How can we make sure that he's successful and that becomes successful for the team? Jalen's
That's
out.
The question. That's
how
the challenge. That's
can
the challenge.
Mikal be this person to be a successful person for this Knicks team?
That's the challenge.
See you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate the call, man. John Shin on the Discord. Hey, rate that call, man. You know, some of you, he's not alone. I know some of you guys don't get impressed by these Knicks wins against the lesser-known teams. Some of you think it was a bum night, and they should have responded accordingly. So rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. If you guys are new here, this is what we do with our callers. Some of you guys agree, some of you don't. So rate that call in the chat. This is your show. We're just the conductors here. We just the conductors here. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Al, how do you respond to that?
I'm impressed by this one, man. Portland's not that bad of a team. Like I said, I know the record is 28-39. I mean, honestly, the way that Portland's playing, they not easily, but there is a realm where they could get that 10th spot in the Western Conference and make the play-in, man. They're a scrappy team. I would not be surprised if that happens. But look, this is against some teams, man. Teams are just gonna have problems. Last year was like the Celtics against the Orlando Magic. You know, there's going to be teams that you just have difficulty with. It's the Denver Nuggets who had difficulty with going against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Even though they were a top team last year, we're talking about having an MVP caliber candidate and a team that won the championship. So there are going to be matchups that are difficult for this team. Portland is young. They get out there. They like to run. They had some good shooting. They play some solid defense. This is not an easy team to just go on their own home turf. As you talked about, CP, you're on what? This is now the 4th game of your West Coast trip. You're getting tired. You're moving around a lot. New city.
You know,
and it just happens, man. It's not like you're practicing every single night and that these guys get to rest. These guys, after a game, have to pack up and travel and go to the next city. So, look, to come out tonight, you know, being on the West Coast, going against a tough team, and look, this is no easy game. Scoot went 10 of 16 off the bench tonight, all right? Hit 4-4 from downtown, got 30 points. He was a demon. Every time he touched the rock, I was like, yo, this ball's going to go in. Like, do we have an answer for him? That was why McBride and everybody else was struggling, right? And then you just look at Shoutout Sharp, who's an athletic, twitchy wing out there. Denny, as we talked about. He's another good player. Sure. And then you had, was it Tumani, who was also playing well. He went 6 of 10 from the field. Like, this was a tough team to play against, and the Knicks, without their captain, are adjusting to a new situation where they don't have Jalen Brunson. They're now everyone has to step up to be a playmaker, to score. it's a different situation. And while we do have the talent to compete with any single team, I'm not overlooking Portland based on the circumstances the Knicks are in, being out in the West Coast and just watching a little bit of Portland over the last few weeks. Like, this is a tough team, man.
Yeah.
This is a tough team.
Well, listen, shout out to John Shin, man, because he just dropped a $100 super chat in the chat. The chat was making tomatoes out of him. There's a lot of tomatoes flying. Like those of you that are watching on Facebook and Instagram, you can't really see the tomatoes. A lot of tomatoes were flying at John Shin. They were making ketchup out of him. There was a couple fives in there. I think I saw a couple fives in there. Some people were not that entertained. But shout out to John, man. He took it in stride. He's a good sport. And he dropped a $100 super chat in the chat and said, I love tomatoes. So shout out to John Shin, big-time supporter of the show, franchise channel member, and a good sport, man. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him, man. It's been a minute since we heard from you.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. Call back anytime, John. Call back anytime. Salute, man. Let's see. We're going to get to the Mikal Bridges. I think we can find his interview. I'm looking for it now. Salute to, on Facebook, Joseph McKellar says, Blazers have beat some really good teams this season. He said, don't sleep. Don't sleep. So shout out to him. Okay. Also on the Facebook side, Juan Carlos Cananero, always in there, man. Rodriguez Eddie, salute to you. Jamal Man, always in here, salute. Nilo on the Facebook says, worth the 5 picks. All right, so Facebook is popping tonight. We got 2,500 on the YouTube side, Instagram. It's a late night show, Al. It's a late night show, man. And people are pleased with this win. I mean, we see it with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Numbers don't lie. Number one show for the fans.
in the chat, man, at 2 a.m.
Yeah, that's just what we do, man. All right, let me see. Do we have the? I'm trying to find the Bridges interview. I don't think they have it on MSG right now. I'm trying to see.
Let me see.
Oh, okay. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We got it. Here we go. All right, let's pull it up, man. Let's hear from the man of the night, Mikal Bridges, talking to Mike Breen and the great Jamal Crawford. Here was Mikal Bridges on his night.
Just tell us what the huddle was like, what the play was called, and what was your mindset throughout the play.
Just win a game, find the right read. Cat was open, deuce, somebody. We got playmakers, and everybody's going to be ready to make a play.
You stayed in rhythm the whole game. I mean, you were just picking them apart with the mid-range, getting to your spot. Did you know when you shot it that shot was good?
Yeah, it looked good. Sometimes when I fade a little bit, it might go a little left or right. But if I kept falling to the left, it looked like it was staying straight, so it felt good.
And Mikal, with Jalen Brunson not here, you guys now have won 2 gritty games in a row. One you just blow out a dominant victory, and this one wasn't pretty, but somehow you found a way. What do you think was the key, despite some ups and downs, to getting the victory here tonight?
Just staying together. You know JB out, and that's our brother, and we love him, and we're going to hold it down until he gets back. But just togetherness, man, fighting. A lot of miscues happening, a lot of things messing up, but we're going to fight till the clock kicks 0.
41 minutes tonight. You feeling okay?
I feel great.
All right. 33 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Spectacular performance tonight, Mikal. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, man. That was Mikal Bridges. Out of breath. The whole bench mobbed him. It's a good team moment, man. Happy for them guys, man. Good team moment, man. Yeah.
Look, they're hyped about it. We should be hyped about it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Breen.
Yeah, he did a little word salad with my jaw. A little word salad, you know what I mean? It's okay, man. Y'all can shout us out, man. You know, I'm not charging.
You should be charging Shams. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh yeah. When I see Shams, it's on. Don't worry about that. When I see Shams, it's on.
Twice now he's done that to you.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the insider game, man. You know, I'm just here for my people, man. But yeah, shout out to Mikal Bridges again. It's just a great night for him, and I'm telling you, man, I felt it. I felt it in my heart that he was going to have the final say in this game, whether it was fourth quarter or overtime. I felt like it was coming, and it was just incredible. But it was also just, cool to see them executing in Captain Clutch's spot, in Brunson's spot. Mm-hmm. Like, how are they going to close games? He can do that. And they found the right matchup with Klingon, with the big. He's not the hybrid big that most teams have now. He's more of a traditional big, and they were picking him apart all night. That poor guy. They were killing him tonight. Shout out to Tibbs for just bleeding that well out. And so, yeah, that was it, man. You know, they went with the Hart and Bridges pick and roll. And, you know, they dared Hart to shoot again. It was another situation where everybody and their moms at home is like, shoot, Josh, shoot. Hey, they made it happen, man.
I'm sure if you ask Donovan Clingan in a few years, what was your welcome to the league moment? He would talk about this game because, look, he was in drop coverage. Bridges like, every single time I will get to my spot because he can't recover, man. As you said, he's a traditional big. He's not like Mitch who can just close out very easily, you know, slow-footed. But he's a guy who can be a rim deterrent just because of how tall he is. Mm-hmm. But, hey, shout out to Tibbs. You know, you got to give the coach credit. He recognized the weakness. He called the number of the guy who's capable of getting to a spot through a snake dribble and was just feeling it and kept calling it. And that's what you want to see. Those are sometimes the gripes that I have with Tibbs that will go away from a guy that's hot. And like I said, I could have easily said tonight, hey, how come we didn't go to Towns after he knocked down the 2 threes? And look, if they don't win the game, you could start even asking that, be like, hey, he was feeling it in the fourth quarter, dominating efficiently. Why didn't we? I mean, Cat went 8 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, got you 21 points, 7 boards. But look, Tibbs kept calling Bridges his number because he saw how capable he was tonight, going 13-21 from the field, saying, hey, this guy is just causing havoc against this Trailblazers defense. So why not feed the hot hand? You got to give Tibbs credit for that one, man.
And look, and shout out to Schwinny for pointing this out. Another quote from the Bridges article with Bondi. Yes, he talked about the minutes and playing the bench, but in the end, he said, look, I'm capable of doing more. That's what he said. He said, maybe it's a situation schematically with the off. He just talked about the offense. That's what he said. I'm capable of doing more. So maybe this was the coach saying, you know what? Let's go to him. Let's lean on him, Brunson style, and give him some confidence. Just maybe. But he's also calling out the coach. you gotta get him involved. You gotta get him situated and figure out that dynamic. It's not easy, man. It's not easy.
It's not. And look, he has a valid point too, right? No, like we don't want to see these players playing, 40 plus minutes, 38 or higher. Like we get it. We don't want to see these guys be tired by the time they get to the finish line of the regular season. Now you got to go into the postseason where you're going to need that energy. But we also got to keep it a bean. We don't have the bench where they can consistently go out there and hold their own weight. Like they traded a lot of assets, especially depth, to get Bridges, to get Karl Anthony Towns, to get OG, man. And so that takes another transaction cycle in order to recoup the depth that you now lost. And so, tonight in 15 minutes, Payne shot well. In 20 minutes, Shamet shot well, But this team, and when you get Brunson back, McBride goes back to the bench, and you have Mitch and McBride, and that's 7 right there. And then, you say throw in one more, and then that's the 8 that Tibbs is probably going to run with in the postseason. But do you want to see Tibbs use more? We've seen him go to 10 rotational players in the past, but I think we also got to be realistic here, saying that the guys that we do have are not consistent enough where you could just leave them out there for 20 minutes on any given night and say, oh, we know we're going to get production.
Yeah, I agree with you. All benches are not made equal. We had a show about the Mikal thing at 5 o'clock. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. Shout out to Kirk Acevedo. We had a great show. They spilled over into Twitter. The conversations were going. Very productive, very productive conversations and thought-provoking. But, Tommy Beer comes in, and he's very analytical, and he goes in with the minutes, and he's talking about, how many 40-minute games Mikal Bridges has played, and that's more than Cleveland and Thunder. I'm like, you're comparing apples and oranges when you're comparing benches. Every bench is not made equal.
We're not the same as Cleveland.
We're not the same as Cleveland. We're not the same as OKC. And then, he's throwing out, the OKC youngsters that Diagonal is playing. I'm like, these guys are 6'6", 6'7". Bigger, better pedigrees than what we have. Now, I would make the case, like, if we're going to expand the rotation or, like, if we're even going to keep that 9-10 men at this stage of the season, I'd rather see Kolek and Dadier than Payne and Shaman. Even though both those guys had good games today. They did have good games today. I'd like to get Kolek and Dadier some more in-game experience and see what they could look like. Now, Dadier was slated to be a project even when he came in, right? So that could be the organization treating it as such. You got McCullers in the G League recovering from the knee injury. He's going to stay there, and probably next year, going into the offseason, summer league, and so on, maybe we'll see him up with the main squad. But I'd like to see Kolek get some minutes, man. I would like to see him get some minutes there.
I'd like to see, Dadier and Kolek get minutes. I feel like it's been way too long since we've seen them on, the big league floor. I know they're doing their stuff. I know Dadier was dealing with an injury, Kolek being down in Westchester, but, unlike the years that we've had in the past where we've had all that depth and where you can say, oh, yeah, we got to put McBride down in the G League just because he can't get minutes because we got Quickly, we got Obi, we got all these other guys on the bench that need minutes, all these other guys that are ahead of them. We don't really have that, and we didn't really have that at the beginning of the season either because Mitch wasn't here yet. So I think it's just that I want to see more just because we've seen guys like Mike Malone do it with Christian Braun, right, where it's like he gets minutes, he then becomes impactful during the postseason. And I'm not saying Kolek's going to be as impactful. No, as Brown during the postseason.
Scoot, you put Kolek out there against Scoot Henderson tonight.
No, he's getting trucked.
He's getting trucked, bro. He can't handle that. That's the thing. That's what every bench is not made equal. It's not made equal, bro.
For sure, but I do understand saying, hey, this is the type of bench where you can give your rookies some experience and let them learn and grow. And I feel like that's the balance that we need from Tibbs, especially when you look at this depth. Yeah, that I do get. But I'm not looking at Kolek in this game. I don't like Kolek in this game. Maybe a spot here or there, but he's not stopping anybody.
Who's he guarding on the Blazers, man? He get overmatched.
He would have to guard Scoot.
He's got to guard. He has to guard Scoot. Yo, Kolek is mad small, bro. So that's just something to think about. I want to see the minutes, but again, I understand the coach's hesitancy. And at the same time, shout out to people in the chat as they noted. Shaman has been playing better. He's shooting better. Like this is the guy.
Got 20 minutes.
This is the guy in the He got 20 minutes. And this is the guy in the preseason that was like, oh, okay, we went to the Dollar Tree. We got us a little something here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Dollar Tree Novak.
Yeah, a little Dollar Tree Novak. And picked him up. So shout out to him. He's doing his thing. Payne was all right tonight too, man. Tonight was their night. Shout out to Corey Mitchell. Al, $10 Super Chat says, this was the most entertaining Knicks game this year. Shout out to Jamal Crawford on the ones and twos. He's a fantastic tandem with Breed. I love JC, man. He should be doing more games. Shout out to KFTV. Epic content as always. Let's go Knicks. Shout out to Corey Mitchell, man. Shout out to you, man.
We need more Jamal Crawford, man.
We need more JC, man. Yeah.
One of my favorite players in the early 2000s when he was a Knick, man. Love his game. His analysis is just as good as his game, man.
Yeah.
And happy just to hear him on the airwaves because he breaks down the game in such an easy and digestible way.
Easy.
And it's like, this is what we need more of, man. Not somebody like Shaq who's out there be like, oh, I haven't tuned into the Pistons at all. I'm like,
nah. What? Well, Shaq's commentary is one way. Can they win the championship or not? And is the big man dominant or not? Anything else? There's no nuance in Shaq's analysis. The big man isn't dominating. This team can't win the championship. After that, it's like, yo, throw him in the Christmas tree. And, hey, this is a great show.
Throw him in the Christmas tree.
This is a great show. That's where I'm entertained. You know what I'm saying? That's just Shaq's analysis. It just is what it is. Salute to the KFTV enforcer. Salute to Ty. Salute to the KFTV DJ, Eric L. Beats in the building, man. So the family is well represented in here. So let's go. Okay, let's get to some more callers. We got to get to the key stats of the night. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a good win. Al, I'm keeping you up, man. You see the scotch is down to level 0, so I'm good. Don't let me hold you. Don't let me hold you. You know what I'm saying? If you got to bail, I know you got responsibilities and things. If you got to bail, I'll be here, man. I'll be here.
I'm staying hydrated, man. I just got my water.
There you
all right?
go. There you go. I got my water too, man. I'll get to that next. But
you sure you do? I don't know, man. You move pretty quick over there.
Yeah, man. It's a cardiac Nick affair, man. Yeah, you had to. Anyway, Will from LI. Will, go ahead and unmute your mic. Will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You gues got me?
Loud and clear, sir. How you feel, man?
Oh, hey, listen, man. I'm doing great. First off, thank you so much for the show. And I'm gonna just take this win, man, because for me personally, this win meant a lot for me. All right. I'm not gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it rapid fire, but I had a long day today, right? I had to get hernia surgery.
Oh man, sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah. I was going a little bit too crazy in the gym. Guys, don't ego lift. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah. Now you gotta pace yourself, man. You gotta pace yourself.
Exactly.
Man. Wow,
a little bit too much ego lifting.
Yeah.
Got a hernia.
Sorry to hear
I got that fixed up, but stitches and whatnot, and the missus is over here trying to take care of me. So, but I'm like, you know what? It's okay. I got the game later, and then I got KFTV, and I'm gonna be up because I've been sleeping all day for the surgery. So I'm just like, okay, cool.
Okay.
Watching this game, and going into the fourth quarter, I'm already getting stressed out. Right? I'm trying to be like you, CP.
Yeah, well,
and indulge.
Yeah.
But I can't because doctor's orders saying, yo, can't drink. And I was like, okay, great. So now I got to take care of this sober. Watching this game, we go into overtime, and I'm just like, hey, listen, man, we need to get this win because we just been having some bad losses. But I tell you not, CP, when Mikal Bridges hit that game winner, number one, I woke up the missus, and then she's yelling at me, talking about, you got to rip out your stitches. What are you doing? Stop jumping up. You got to rip out your stitches. And I'm just like, listen, it's okay, because even if I do, I'm going to bleed orange and blue.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
But either way, it was just a great win. I'm going to take it. They literally made my night. And then just shout out to you guys for just staying up for these West Coast games, and I really appreciate it. Great show as always. I'm gonna leave you guys to it.
Yeah.
And to Mike Breen, man, just show a little love to the best show for the fans by the fans.
That's all.
We know what's going on, but it's okay. We gonna let him slide.
That's all, man.
All right, CP. You guys have a great night. Take care.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Shout out to KFTV Will, man. Will from LI. He's a day one. Everybody in the chat, man, shout him out. Let our guy know, man. Speedy recovery. Because we need him back for money time in the playoffs, man. We need Will back for money time. That's tough, man. Can't be ego lifting in the
Speedy
gym.
recovery to Will.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Can't be ego lifting in the gym, man. But Al, I know what Will needs to recover.
What's that?
He just had hernia surgery, right? And he's watching these games. So, like, and as he said, emotions are boiling, and you got to keep things tight. You know what I'm saying? You know what he needs?
What does he need?
He needs a pair of Skims. That's right. He needs a pair of Skims, the official underwear partner of the NBA as well as KnicksFanTV. Salute to our friends at Skims, man. Salute to Kim K and them for sponsoring the show. And, Will, man, what I suggest for you, shop the menswear collection. You see Donovan Mitchell, he's rocking his Skims. SGA, the MVP's rocking his Skims. So you could be an MVP as well, and I'm going to tell you what you need. The 5-inch boxer briefs. Got to get the 5-inch boxer briefs, fellas. I'm actually wearing them right now, Al. Are you wearing your Skims right now? I'm rocking my Skims right now, man. Yeah.
I am rocking my Skims, man. This is getting a little comfortable now.
No, I'm just saying, man. I'm just letting you know my testimonial. I'm rocking my Skims right now, and it's fantastic. Keeps everything tight. Very comfortable material. Great quality product. Stretch material, and it's good. If for you guys that are athletic, that are going to the gym, you working out, you hooping, or you riding your bikes or whatever, the Skims will keep it tight, man. Keep everything in place. And, it doesn't ride up on you like traditional boxer briefs. That's why I rock with it. Because I'm more of a boxers guy. You know what I'm saying? So, and also what I like about the Skims is a lot of their, the boxer briefs and stuff like that, they come in like a lot of neutral colors. So they have onyx, they have, the gunmetal joints, everything for today's man, to keep you nice, man. Keep you nice. So shout out to Will, man. I totally recommend the 5-inch boxer briefs, man, while you recover from your hernia surgery. And yeah, man, for everybody at home, they do have a women's collection as well. That's how it all started. Go to skims.com, check out the collection, And when you make a purchase, they're going to send you a post-purchase survey to your email. They're going to say, how did you find out about us? You let us know. The good people at KnicksFanTV. Click on podcast and let them know. The good people at KnicksFanTV sent us. Let's go to Skims, man.
TP, I got something for you, man.
Yeah. How you doing on your supply, by the way? You need a re-up? I'll just call Kim, get Kim on the line. Yo, send something to Al. We need a refresh.
Well, yes, I always take more because Skims are great. But hold on one second. I got something.
Yeah. What do you?
All right, man. This is a flagrant 3 at this point. You're telling Will that he needs to go get strapped and go get some Skims because you got a hernia. So you're asking if he's first of all needs to get tight over there. That's kind of crazy. Then you're asking me publicly on the airways if I'm wearing my Skims tonight, man. I gotta blow the whistle. All right. I'm throwing the flag. It's a flagrant 3 around here, man. We can't be doing stuff like this, man. We cannot be doing stuff like this at 2 a.m. in the morning. What's going on?
You're going to toss me out the show. Who's going to host? Who's going to host on the flagrant 3, man?
I got you right now, man. Hold on, I'm right here. I got you.
Yo, shout out to Will. Hold it down. Get your Skims. Yo, man, I'm rocking my Skims, man. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great, man.
That's a penalty right there.
Yeah. Go get your Skims, man. Shout out to Skims, man. Salute to everybody. DJ Wax in the chat is cracking up. You got him rolling that right now. You got him rolling.
Hey, man.
Shout out to everybody.
Over here, we're getting props, man. We're now adding more to the theme, okay? We got jumping out the window screens. We got now the flags.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Shout out to my good people at Skims, man. I was going to call them tomorrow for you, man, and send a re-up, man. Just let me know. I got you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I got you, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new in the chat, give us a hashtag new. We got almost like 2,500 people tapping in right now. 2 o'clock in the morning here on the East Coast. We know we got some new viewers, so if you are new, type hashtag new in the chat, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Let us know. We'll shout you guys out, okay? All right, we're going to get back to the phones. Oh, we got to get to our guy, the official Michael White. He's up late night with us. Michael White, are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm here. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to get some of those Skims because I got to keep my stuff in the right place.
That's what I'm talking about, OG.
I mean, I'm an old man, so if it ain't in the right place,
yeah,
I'm hurting, man.
Yeah, man. Before you go out on your dates with the wait. I didn't want to assume.
Yeah. You said it right.
Okay.
I got the women.
Okay,
but
there you
another
go.
question.
There you go. You got the black book still. You before you go out, you get your Skims on, and you popping, OG. We trying to get your swag back, man.
Yeah, I got my swag, brother.
Okay.
Don't worry, I got mine. But I'm a coward because when Josh made that error at the end, I cut it off, man. I waited for the end.
What?
I did, man.
Bro, you threw.
Yes, I couldn't take it.
Bro, you threw in the towel, Michael White.
I couldn't take the loss.
But we didn't lose. We wasn't losing.
Dude, I thought we were going to lose that game.
Wow.
I admit it. I'm a failure because I turned it off, and then a second later, Knicks won.
Yeah. Yo, Michael White.
I got to go. I had to go back and look at it.
Yo, OG, you can't be throwing in the towel, man. You seen championships.
I didn't throw it in, man. I just couldn't stand it, man.
Wow.
I'm an old man. That kind of thing could hurt me, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it. I've been watching all year. I'm waiting this year. This is my year. I told you. We went into championship this year.
Yeah. It was a cardiac Nick affair. I feel you, man. You can't really take no chances. I feel
that's right.
You keeping it real. You keeping it real. Okay. No doubt. Yeah, you missed a good one, man. Bridges at the buzzer, man. Redemption.
Well,
man.
you know what? I got replay, so
okay. All right, man.
But what? I was cowardly. I was like,
I'd say so, man. I'd say so, man. But it's okay. You can call back anytime, man. You my dog, Michael White, man. You my dog, man.
All right, man.
Stay up, bro. Okay. That was Michael White on the Discord, Al.
That call was all over the place. Shout out to Michael White, though.
He said he bailed. It wasn't all over. He said he gave up on us, man.
Well, he's getting everyone's getting a little too open about Skims and what it needs to help with. All right, man. We all got to relax over there, okay? And then you turn off the game. He
turned off the game on us, bro.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
can't give up on your team like that. That's as bad as walking out of the arena before it's even over.
Yeah, it is. It is. And shout out to everybody that was in Portland, man. Portland was in there repping heavy. A lot of Knicks fans out there. Shout out to my guy, Jason Woke. He was sending me a ton of footage. So we got a ton of footage from behind the Knicks bench, from everything, including the Mikal Bridges final shot. So shout out to him. I'm gonna pull it up on the jumbotron here as well to get it up on the post game as well here on Facebook. All right. Let's shout out to Team Hashtag News. Video's kind of skipping around a bit. Hang tight. Salute to Paulson Adebo. Shout out to Paulson. Signature Rel V Dubs. Salute to you. Salute to who else we got here? Salute to all Hashtag News on the YouTube side. On IG, who do I see, man? DJ V Wax. Team Hashtag New as well. Saw a couple other ones here. I might have lost it a little bit. Well, salute to you guys, man. All the Team Hashtag News, salute to you guys, man. Okay. All right, let's load up some more people on the Discord. Rapid fire here as we close out. JK, mute your mic. JK on the Discord. Yep.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Yo, this is Josh. I'm calling from Portland. I went to the game tonight.
Oh,
Wild
stadium
stuff,
report, man. Let's talk about it, man.
Yeah. I was in that whole mob right behind the bench. It was like 98% Knicks fans. I'm sure you saw it on MSG.
Sure.
It was wild, man.
Sure. Yeah, man. Tell me about the shot, man. What you feel like, in the closing minutes?
Oh, it was wild. I mean, we all saw what was happening, man. It was just, we were holding our breath. It was just silent. That one section was just silent. And then as soon as it went down, boy, oh boy, you could see Breen was jumping out of his seat too. Jamal and Mike were just going nuts too, man. It was one for the books for sure, man.
Wow. That's dope, man. Man, definitely appreciate you calling in, man. How long so you live in Portland? What's your situation out there?
No, I live in Seattle. I've been in Seattle for like 16 or 17 years, but I'm from New York originally. But this is my first time calling.
Yeah,
first time calling. I discovered you guys over the pandemic.
Okay.
I saw that Xavier McDaniel X-Man interview, and I've been watching you guys ever since, and it seemed like a good night to give a call.
Man, perfect night, man. And that was a classic interview. Definitely, that was a very memorable interview for those of you guys who haven't seen it. And, yeah, man, appreciate the call. Definitely call back more often, man.
Yeah, keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Stay up.
All right, cheers.
All right. That was JK on the Discord, Al, checking in from the Emerald City, Seattle. That's your Jamal Crawford territory. And he was at the game tonight. Yeah.
What a game to be at, man.
Great game to be at. Great game.
Yo, it's just insane. Like, at this point, we're just taking over every arena, Knicks Nation, man. It is just
West. We had MSG South. We got everything.
Yeah, man. West, South, Midwest, anywhere you go, man. We're just infiltrating.
Yeah, 100%, man. Still got 2,000 plus people watching right now at 2 a.m. It's crazy. Yeah, that X-Man interview for all 2,000 of you. Go ahead and dig into the archives of KnicksFanTV, man, and check that Xavier McDaniel interview. It's definitely one of our best. Very proud of that one. I got to hit X-Man up, man. We got to bring him back for like a refresh. Maybe we'll bring him to like a watch party or something, playoff watch party. Maybe that'll be the good luck charm, Probably X-Man.
Anything. Help me. Help me get
X-Man.
These wins on the watch party.
You got to help us. Looks like this is the last one for JC with MSG as he moves on to NBC. I'm very happy for him, man. He's like I said, when I've been clowning all of these guys on the player wave and the analysts, JC's been true, man. He's been himself. He calls the game. He's a lot of fun. That's what you need from the player-led analysis of the game. And JC has been leading the way for that new movement. He's the real new media when it comes to the player wave. So very happy for him, man. I'm going to throw a comment in here from on Twitter from the KFTV account. And, yeah, go ahead, Al. Salute to JC, man.
Salute, man. He phenomenal. Sad that he's not going to be on, the MSG broadcast anymore, that this was his last one. But, man, like I said, he's just excellent on the broadcast, man, breaking stuff down. But kudos to him, man. He's been killing the game out there, just being an analyst. So big ups to him, man, for being over there with NBC for the next year. And that's awesome, man. I mean, I wish we would just get him, because you see it. Kawhi's getting to that next phase of his life, man. He's going on vacation more, and you'd hope that we get next to Breen another person that can just, break down the game, have a good flow and conversation, and JC's more than capable of doing that. So kudos to him, man. Hopefully MSG, maybe they can work something out where they can have him as well, but got to find somebody, man, because, Clyde's ready to retire, man. That man's going down to the islands. He's enjoying the beaches.
Yeah, he's spending more and more time at St. Croix, man. So yeah, we definitely need a suitable replacement. Well, shout out to JC, man. On to bigger and better things. Right now, I'm showing the view of the Bridges buzzer beater from my guy Jason Wilkes' seat. He's right there behind the bench, and he was sending me footage all night. So definitely check out the KFTV IG. And, yeah, this is from his vantage point. And shout out to JK. He was in that little mix of Knicks fans right there behind the bench. You had a lot of Knicks fans right there on a baseline by the bench. So the whole place was fortified with orange and blue. And shout out to Jason. He just joined the franchise channel members. There we go. Right on time, man. Jason, appreciate you. And, yeah, great footage, man. And for you guys that are watching, man, all 2,000 of you, wherever you guys at, and you guys are going to these games at home or on the road, tag us in some content, and we'll definitely share it. We'll share it with the community. Shout out to, MSG Nick. Always taps in. He sends us his footage whenever he's at the game. So definitely tag KnicksFanTV on any social platform, and we'll share your footage, give you the proper credit and all of that, man. So shout out to Jason Woke. He threw the hashtag new in the chat, man. Shout out to Jason as well, man. Okay. All right, a couple more before we wrap. It's definitely late. It's 2:30 now. LP, go ahead. Rapid fire. Let's go.
Yo, CP. Yo, Alex, what's good? Y'all can hear me?
Loud and clear. How you doing, bro?
Oh, man, doing great, man. Again, just getting off of work again, man. Yo, I saw when the score was 111, 113 with 3.4 seconds. I was like, oh, man, it's over. And I was trying to keep up with it. And then, boom, I check it again, 114, 113. So, man, I'm loving it. And this is to prove to all the Bridges people that be hating on him, I just feel like he's going to come through in the playoffs and like when he's in a game like this. Just like he did against the Spurs on Christmas Day. He shined, came through, got us the win. So we just got to be patient with him. I think it's going to pay off in the playoffs. And, yo, man, that's all I had, CP and Alex. But thanks for taking my call, y'all. Appreciate it.
Anything is possible in the playoffs, man. Anything is possible. We'll see how they adjust. But as I said, opening up the show, I think it's this whole entire year has been a big adjustment for him. His body language when it's waned at times, it's noticeable. You can see it as it's waned, like, for example, like you never really seen that body language from Brunson because, one, he's been able to handle it, and two, he's consistent. Josh Hart, he can handle it. Two, he's consistent. So maybe with Bridges, like maybe he's just not built like that, and that's okay. But just like Julius had to learn, man, how to wear the heaviest jersey in the league, Mikal Bridges is learning it as well. He's learning, man. He's learning. So we just got to let him vent, get your frustrations out. But LP's right, man. Come playoff time, like this could be the guy that you see, the guy that you traded the 5 picks for. This could be him.
Absolutely, man. Hey, look, for everyone that was saying that this is, might be a blessing in disguise where Brunson, isn't, terribly injured where you need surgery or anything like that. He can just rest and recover. Force this team to be different than what it was with Brunson having to just, be the sole guy in the fourth quarter. We're seeing that Bridges is more than capable, man. And he just needs opportunities. And that's really what it is for most people around the league, right? You just need that opportunity. We see him go from Phoenix to the Nets, and we see, oh, this guy is more than capable than just being a 3-and-D player. And so it's just integrating it, man. It's on Tibbs, it's on Brunson, it's on Cat, it's on everybody to figure out how do we keep this guy active and involved as we move forward. And I really think just putting him with the bench is really going to be that solution, man, because just like RJ, just let him have that free range, man.
Yeah.
Let him go out there. We see that when you design plays for him, he can do this type of stuff, and it gives him confidence. He doesn't look like the guy that's constantly like, fading away when taking mid-range. I mean, the dude's looking to get contact. We haven't seen him get, like, I was looking at his stats. The guy averaged 6 free throws per game last season or 2 seasons ago with the Nets. So he's more than capable of drawing contact. Just let him get confident. Give him the rock a little bit more. And I think running with the second unit will do that.
Let's take a look at the key stats of the night before we wrap here, Al. 46% from the field. The Knicks shoot 46% from the field. Blazers 44. 38% from the Knicks from downtown. Blazers 40. So the Knicks, after struggling from three earlier in the game, they were able to settle in. They get up 31 shots. They knock down 38% of them, so that was good. Free throws, both teams trying to give this game away at the charity stripe. Knicks go 14 to 20, 70%. 64% from the Blazers, 16 to 25. How about this, Al? Knicks get smoked on the boards, 52 to 38, and it wasn't because of necessarily size disadvantages. This was hustle. This was hard work. That Chauncey was like, "Yo, go get it," and that's what I saw in big spurts of this game. That this Blazer team, this young team, they were hungry, man. And they showed it out there on the effort side, getting after it on the 50-50 balls and just getting boards. Knicks got smoked by 14. 38. I couldn't tell you last time I seen the Knicks get like less than 40 boards in a game. Blazers had 21 offensive rebounds. I believe they're top 5 in the league in offensive rebounds. I think they said on the telecast. I think they're like top 5 or so. And, they were right on. They were right on. So that definitely gave the Knicks a lot of trouble. Knicks won the assist battle 27 to 20. And then the turnover battle is what got the Knicks in this one and kept them in there. As I said, the defense was on point. 25 Blazer turnovers led to 31 Knick points. And that's indicative of a young, inexperienced team. And the Knicks, conversely, 15 turnovers led to 16 Blazer points. Okay, points in the paint, Knicks won that by 14, 58 to 44. And then, as we said, 40 lead changes in this game. Largest lead for the Knicks, 8. Largest lead for the Blazers was 5.
Man, and yes, the Trailblazers are 5th. They are ranked 5th right now in the league when it comes to offensive rebounding. They average 12.7 offensive boards per game. And you spoke on it, man. The rebounding, it's just absolute hustle. And I think, Klingon is a solid big when it comes to just rebounding as well. His height, I think he's not necessarily he's still a rookie, so he still has a lot to learn, but you can just see his presence in the paint too, boxing out and just grabbing boards. But everybody was just hustling. Denny as well. These guys were just hustling after it. But to me, outside of the rebounding, it was the playmaking tonight. And I know we didn't get over 30 assists, but we did get 27 to the Trailblazers 20. And I thought there was still a little bit more to be had when you look at the shooting percentages of this team, but they were moving the rock well. The one thing that you can see is that we have a lot of playmakers on this team that can make something happen. Deuce McBride is showing that he's more than capable of working the pick and roll. We know what Cat can do when looking for his teammates. Josh Hart has been a playmaker. We're seeing Mikal Bridges, even OG Anunoby. OG, when he's driving, he can find guys, man, in the paint. Yeah. How about that one? I know Mitch didn't get it. He got to the free throw line, but OG driving finds Mitch just to get the foul and get to the free throw line. But we have more than enough playmakers on this team as long as we move the rock and just keep guys activated. So the assist, I know we didn't get over 30, but 27. I know we got 27, but that stands out to me. And then look, fast break points. This is a very young team in Portland that likes to get out there and run. Knicks won that battle 18-11. I thought the Knicks did a good job in choosing their timing. They had the right timing when to get out there and just get easy points. I like that aspect of this game as well. And they won all those other categories. Second chance opportunities, points in the paint that you want to see. But I thought fast break scoring and the assist tonight, man, those are my two big stats from tonight's matchup against the Trailblazers.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff by you. TM, I see you. We're going to get to that. TM, I see you. He just dropped me something in the Slack, so we're going to close the show on that note. And the key stats of the night, guys, brought to you guys by Underdog Fantasy. Use the Underdog Fantasy code KFTV for up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. Underdog Fantasy has two different games that you can play. You can play the daily fantasy draft option, that for those of you that are into fantasy basketball. You can wager on daily fantasy draft options and pick a team every day based on the current NBA slate of games. Or you can do the pick 'em, which is you pick between 2 to 8 players and predict whether or not those players are going to go higher or lower on a given stat projection that Underdog has for that day. And Al, I missed it today by 1 shot by Deuce. I don't know if you remember, man, the corner 3 by Deuce late in this game. It was either overtime or the fourth quarter. I think it was overtime. And it just literally toilet bowled in and out. That was my shot to win 6 times my buddy tonight.
Ooh.
And I didn't get it, man. This is what I had tonight. These are my Underdog picks tonight. From the Knicks game, I took Josh Hart lower than 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists in this game, and he finished with 31. Now, I had no idea this was going to go into overtime. I didn't expect it to, so I could have cleared that had this game not gone into overtime. I did take McBride with higher than 13.5 points. He finished with 11. That 1-3 was the one that did me in. And also in this game, Denny Avdija has been a rebounding machine, bro. I went higher than 11 rebounds with Denny Avdija. He finished with went higher than 7.5 rebounds. He finished with 11. And then in other games, I went with Trae Young higher than 27.5 points. Atlanta in Charlotte, he finished with 35. And I went with Jason Tatum higher than 24.5 points with Boston taking on OKC. He finished with 29. So I just missed with McBride, man. I put in $20, could have won 154, and I just missed it tonight. Just missed it tonight, man. So
I know you're going to be sending McBride a nice DM, be like, yo, man, what's going on? Don't do that. I'm just messing around. But don't do that.
A little more arc, a little more finish. Nah, you know, that just happens that way, man. So there it is. All right, Tone, go ahead and finish out on the Discord, and then we'll wrap the show with this one more highlight clip. Tone, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. How you feeling?
I'm pretty good, man. You could. I know Mitch and them watch the show, man.
Yeah.
Mitch
Bridges, doesn't miss
man,
the show.
Tell Bridges I got a little bit more. I think I got some money left on his Chipotle gift card for him, man.
No doubt.
I got. Oh man, that was a great game, man. We just need this type of Bridge. We need this Bridges every game, and it don't have to be scoring 33. We just need this aggression from him.
Mm-hmm.
Like today, he was aggressive. Like he was driving, he went to the lane, got those 6 fouls, 6 free throws.
Mm-hmm.
That clutch, cold-blooded, man. Yeah, he definitely needs to run with the bench unit so he could get his own, because you can see he wants that.
Yes.
And that's pretty much it, man. Just great, man. We gotta beat the Warriors, man. That's a must win. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a must win. We gotta beat them. Other than that, man, have a good night, man. And the Knicks got me out here food shopping right now. So
there we go. There we go, man. Appreciate you, Tone. All right, Tone going shopping. Tone, where you at? You on the East Coast or the West Coast, man?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Oh wow. Okay. What you at? Walmart?
No, it's a supermarket out here called Woodman's.
Woodman's.
So it's like 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I never even heard of that, man. Wow. Interesting. All right, hold it down, man. Be safe out there, bro.
All right, I got you.
All right, man. Tone doing the damn thing, man. He's in Wisconsin now. Okay. All right, this is shout out to TM, man. And shout out to our guy Rob Perez, Worldwide Wob. Never misses, man. He's got a good content team that picks this stuff up. So he says here, Mikal Bridges has now hit the game winner in the 2 closest games in NBA history, using number of lead changes, 43 and 42 as the basis. So here's the Knicks game, where he hits the game winner over the Blazers, and then he hit one as a member of the Brooklyn Nets against the Atlanta Hawks. How about that for NBA history?
Look at that.
Yeah. TM, good find by you, man. TM, good find by you. I'm gonna send this to Tyler. Let's clip this up. Let's throw that out there on the social. Shout out to Rob. Very interesting, man. Very interesting. Okay.
So what you're telling me is that when the Knicks are facing the Boston Celtics and there's 50 lead changes, get the ball to Mikal Bridges.
Get the ball to Mikal Bridges. That's
Simple
it.
and plain as that.
Simple and plain. Simple and plain. Great show, man. Great show to all the producers. Great show, TM, Tyler, Gamba. Shout out to Jalen, man. Shout out to the whole team, Al. Shout out to CKJD. Salute to the family, man. Salute to all the new franchise channel members. We appreciate you guys. Let me make sure I got the super chats in here. Make sure I got all of that. David Cannon, salute. Many faces, salute to you, franchise channel member. Nate Lopez, I got you. LD says Kirk Acevedo is ready to trade Mikal for KD. Yeah, I told him I'm not doing that, but shout out to Kirk. Call back anytime. Thor Edison, a Australian $8 super chat, says Mike Breen double bang. Exactly what the team and Mikal needed. You got your savior, the buzzer beater moments. It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. Yeah, great job. Great call by you guys. Anthony Donnie, appreciate you. Kareem, Austin Rosales, all Knicks Nation that was in Portland. Great job tonight. Lord Steven Stone, $5 super chat, says Bridges saved the day with the buzzer beater three-pointer, and his victory dance came back to it. Reminds me of Lynn when he did the same back in the day. Shout out to Ryan Manimal. Chuck D, $10 super chat, says, beyond cardiac, I swore I saw Craig Elo trying to block Mikal. His handles were ridiculous. Can get to anywhere on the floor when he has the ball. They got to figure it out. Make no trades. We got the pieces. Sean Shepard, $5 super test Mikal. I said what I said. I'm so Brooklyn, $5 super chat. He says, AOCP, check on your boy Acevedo. Wonder how homie feel after Bridges' discoteca display with the fancy footwork. Yeah, Kirk was not feeling a three-point celly, man. He wasn't feeling a three-point celly. Just call me Dan. $5 super chat said they said the only other game. Yes, we got that. Shout out to Just Call Me Dan. Salute to you. Salute to TM for finding that. King Speech Row says don't want to hear about them picks no more. Shout out to KFTV Tyler. No better way to cap off the last 10 p.m. start of the season. Hallelujah. We made it.
Thank God.
We made it, bro. We made it. Shout out to K. Marco. He says this is one of the most fun games of the season. That call is a minus 1,000. Tomatoes. Okay, he's talking about John Shin. Shout out to Lou Boogie. Corey Mitchell. Who's to Pierre Sales. $5 super chat says Bridges closed the door on the haters. We finally got a good team. We are going in the right direction. Rather this than the last 20 years. Let's go. Mark says, CP, when are you releasing the Knicks theme Xanax for game days?
Good Lord.
Sir, I'm not familiar with your game, sir. I'm not familiar with their game. Shout out to DJ Iota Frat. Salute to Frat. Boniac Soto, $10 super chat, says 2-0 since we got PJ. We on the up and ups.
2-0 in the PJ era.
Yeah, shout out to John Shin again. $10 super chat says, didn't thank you for calling out Draymond that you used non-family show words. Appreciate you calling out the BS. Cat is going to maim him next game. Certainly hope so. Good luck to the squad. Salute to Mark. Welcome to the franchise channel members. Tugboat Taylor, $10 super chat franchise channel member, says great win. Underrated moments. Blocked by Deuce and Hart. Back-to-back clutch rebounds leading the Cat back-to-back threes. And then the Bridges closing the gap was the icing on the cake. Much love to KFTV. Salute to you. Christian JB, $5 super chat, says, my wife will never understand why I'm up at 2:23 listening to KFTV. Can't wait for the Knicks to be back in the Garden. Shout out to Christian. Shout out to all the wives out there, man, that, let their husbands, significant others do the damn thing. They let them be great. You know what I'm saying? Tony Banks, salute to Tony, $20 super chat, says, I'm happy for Bridges. He needed this. Hell, we all needed this. Absolutely. And right now, we need sleep. Salute to the replay gang. Great show, great win. See you guys on Saturday. And we out of here, man. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Remember that the show's also available in audio podcast format. Al, get some sleep. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Peace.